Right guys, we have a pretty massive leak regarding the M2 iPad Pros. We have renders, information, and pretty interesting tidbits regarding this new iPad. And so let's delve into it guys, but first, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumors. And with that being said, let's just tuck in. Right, so the source of all this information is my drivers. They're a Chinese source and they have a pretty limited track record, and so you know what I'm gonna say, do take this with a massive grain of salt. So these are the renders they shared, but more importantly let's delve into the information they give us in this report. So my drivers believes that Apple's gonna be shrinking the bezels and also giving the iPad a notch. Yes, the exact same design we see with the MacBook Pros is gonna come down to the iPad. Now yes, I know the notch plays into Apple's brands, it makes their products very recognizable, and so of course in that aspect, I can somewhat understand why this iPad might get a notch. However, the issue with a notch on the iPad is of course, unlike the MacBook, which is used in landscape only, the iPad is used in both portrait and landscape. And so while the notch might not be a problem in portrait, when you use the iPad in landscape, it's gonna look pretty weird. Also, do remember the bezels on the iPad do serve a purpose. They allow you to rest your finger somewhere when using it, and of course, reducing them is gonna allow for accidental touches. And so yes, I do think it's a bad idea to give us smaller bezels and a notch on the M2 iPad. So yes, don't worry guys, I don't think Apple's gonna do this. Anyways, moving on to the next tidbit. This is regarding the displays themselves, because my drivers believes we could see dual stack structure OLED displays with LTPO for 120Hz on these new iPads. Now in case you don't know, these two stack displays consist of two layers of red, green and blue emission layers. Now this allows these OLED displays to have much higher brightness, but also 4 times the durability. So yeah, those are pretty major improvements, but guys, I'll be honest, I think the chances of the iPad going OLED this soon is pretty low. Why do I think this? Well, for one, Ross Young, the very credible display supply chain source, believes that we could see OLED iPads in 2023 or 2024 at the very earliest. But also, of course, Apple just gave us mini LED, and so I doubt they're gonna go from mini LED to OLED within the space of a year. Apple usually implements changes that stick around for at least a few years, and so I do think mini LED's here to stay with the iPads for the time being. Now of course, powering the iPads is gonna be the M2 chip, and by the way, on the back, according to my drivers, we could see a triple lens camera system like we see on the iPhone 13 Pros. That's pretty overkill to be honest, but I guess Apple wants to further differentiate the Pro iPad from the regular iPads, and so I can somewhat understand why Apple might give us the best camera system on these iPads. And by the way, the back of this iPad is going to be titanium, which of course we have heard about in the past. This is going to be a lot stronger than aluminium, while of course keeping the weight pretty low, which is pretty important for a portable product like the iPad. And finally, my driver says that due to the titanium back, we could see a higher price. This is to be expected in my opinion, because Apple charges a heavy premium for their titanium Apple Watches, and the 11-inch iPad Pro is also getting mini LED, which is going to increase the price. And so yeah, I do think we can be somewhat sure we're going to see price hikes with these new iPads. So yeah, those are all the tidbits guys, but tell me your thoughts on this report in the comments below. Anyways, thank you for watching guys, make sure to like and subscribe for the latest Apple news and rumors. Check out the video in the card above on details regarding the iPad Air 5, and on that note, I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya peeps!